Alright, I'm going to do this intro right now. I am awake, and that's only because I am working on my setups for tomorrow. If you're following my Instagram, you already know what I'm after. This video is going to be a little bit after my Instagram post, but you'll understand where I'm headed with it. So hopefully you guys see this video because I really want to catch these fish. So obviously if you're seeing this, we get on some fish. Alright, so first place we gotta stop here is Rock River Bait Box. Talk to Brian, pick up some bait. Then we get to go into the river.
Okay. So mainly, most of the guys have still been using the Tuffy fatheads. That's the extra large. They are a big, hearty, meaty fathead. See here.
They look good.
Yeah, I mean, got some real tanks in there. Them are good. I always recommend those to the guys that are basically just tipping a jig head with those.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing today, just jigging.
Yeah.
Doing some vertical.
For those guys that are tipping like the hair jigs and flies and stuff, I always recommend going to just a size smaller with like that medium large. Again, another
A fathead? Right?
fathead, yep, and a nice hearty, good size.
Yeah, you always have good bait here. So.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a good, reliable place to go to. That's why I've been coming here all winter for going up to Castle Rock. So.
Absolutely.
Good place on the way.
Another very popular one, and I was able to just get some for the first time in like a month, are the black-tailed chubs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's a bigger profile, at least most of them are.
Right.
You know, you get some of them good for.
Yeah, no, they remind me of like a river chub.
Yep, exactly. And then one other one that's been popular here, since I can't get the emerald shiners like you have in your bucket now from up north. I get the baby shiner, basically. That's
but those work real good too.
And they do.
I really like using the baby shiner. I use those all winter long.
Yes. Yep. They work really well. They're just as flashy as those emerald shiners, but that's the difference between the river shiner and a lake shiner.
Okay. Well, what do you recommend taking today? Probably do like a dozen of those.
I was gonna say it wouldn't hurt to do about a dozen or so of the flashier ones here.
Yep.
And then there again, depending on what you're going to do, and it sounded like you were going to do mostly.
Yep, I'll be drifting and jigging mostly.
Jigging and stuff. We'll go with the Tuffies, I think, for the fathead then.
Okay.
Unless you prefer them smaller. But
no, those are good.
Perfect.
Meaty's good. Looking for those big fish.
Exactly. Yep, big bait, big fish. That's what we always say.
All right, well, let's go going.
And then the crawler bite too is starting to pick up now too with the.
Yeah, I got some crawlers on me, so.
Yep. Okay.
Got that covered.
Perfect. But yeah, most of the females now, I'm getting probably more reports of spawned out females.
Yeah, coming down.
That are coming back down, versus the ones that still have eggs now at this point.
And that's what I'm looking for.
Perfect. And then you wanted 2 scoops.
We'll do 2 scoops.
2 scoops.
Yep.
And a little extra for good measure. Okay, you said you already had the crawlers, so we're good there.
Good to go.
And then yeah, so as far as like the flies and the hair jigs.
Yeah, you got all that stuff covered, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You want to take a look at some of those flies real quick?
Yeah, if you want to. I can show you some of the hotter colors that have been working over at least the last week or so.
Yeah, you got all of the flies.
We have every fly and color pattern pretty much imaginable.
So what do you think's been killing them lately?
So lately, the color. In fact, I caught a 23 1/4.
That's always good.
Night on this.
Yeah,
one
those
here.
look good.
We call that the sheephead color. So it's kind of a light blue and pink with that real crystal flash in there.
Looks good.
Looks good. So that one's been good. The pink lemonade has been good. That's got the pink with the yellow.
I just like the way that looks.
with that purple flash in there.
That looks like a white bass killer too.
Yes, I mean that's the thing about these flies is that they're multi-use, multi-species.
Yeah, pulling flies will get you.
I've caught flatheads. I caught a 48-pound.
You got a flathead on a fly?
I caught a 48-pound flathead a year and a half ago on a purple fly. You catch everything. The walleyes, saugers, white bass.
Right, right.
Sheephead, of course. You can't keep them off of
Right.
anything.
That's the river nuisance. It's always there.
Right. So you're gonna get the junk fish too, but I've caught a buffalo carp.
Right, right.
You know, fish that you wouldn't expect to catch on a fly. You know, much like a lot of guys still don't even know about walleye fishing with these flies.
Right,
you know,
right.
It just surprises me every time somebody comes.
No, the only guys I know that truly swear by the fly is the guys up on the Wolf. And,
for sure. Which is
works on the Rock River too, so
right.
There's no reason not to use them.
And that's where I grew up.
That's why you got them.
Right. So that's where I grew up, was up on the Fox River and the Wolf River.
Right, right.
In Berlin.
Anything else you got?
You know,
that might stand out a little bit here. I know you got all the St. Croix and
yeah, I was gonna say the St. Croix.
Yeah, Kalins.
We got we got the Kalin grubs.
Oh, you got authentics.
The Google Eyes, which have been a very popular jig, both in the bait rig, which is the longer shank for the twister tails and plastics and things like that.
Right.
And then you got the live bait short shank, so that you can just tip a minnow on there. Those have been working really good in a variety of different colors. My authentics, my Beefish and Moxie wall has taken a pretty good whooping this last couple weeks. So.
But it's taken a beating for a reason. They work.
They work. Absolutely. Yep. And as you can see, I got every different size, color, and of course you can't hardly go anywhere nowadays without somebody talking about the gulp too. And I got the gulp in 2.5, 3, and 4 inch. The Walleye Assassins, one of my favorite paddle tails to use, and they come in all the good colors for here. Like the Violet Moon has been a good one.
Yeah, I got a couple of baits.
Opening Night, you know, anything with them purples and lavenders on this river.
A little bit of flash,
blues, little bit of flash. A lot of guys have been doing really well on the chartreuse with the flash too. So
I actually think I have some.
Yeah, those are always
bright colors are my go-to.
A favorite. Yep, absolutely. And then the Lunker Hunt has these bento minnows too, which are a real thin profile, and they come in
killing a drop shot.
Yeah, drop shot rig. In fact, that's what most guys are using those with. Okay. This one's been a really popular one, that all white with that. Yeah, it's like a hologram in there.
Insert?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it's a thin, like almost foil. That they slide into plastic right before it firms up.
It's the flash, man.
Definitely.
It's all that flash. Yeah, like you said, the reaction strike is the big thing.
Anything with the flash, anything that's going to dart past their face, that's definitely what's been working overall the best.
Okay. Well, I think we got.
Yeah.
I mean, as you can see, he's covered head to toe.
There is a lot to see.
There isn't anything he doesn't have for you guys, so make sure you stop by him.
For sure.
Remember, ask Brian. He's the one that gets it all done.
I can point you in the direction. I can put fish in your boat. So.
All right, sounds good, Ben. Let's get going.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, appreciate it.
Okay guys, just a little intermission here. I just wanted to give you guys a little insight into the second half of this video, even though the first half was very short. Thanks to Brian. I wanted to talk to him a little bit before we got out on the water. Obviously, if you guys are stopping through by the Rock River, go to the bait box, check him out. He's got a ton of stuff. It's in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. That's where I go to whenever I'm, heading through that side of the state or whatever. But yeah, I stopped by there, picked up some bait, and we spent some time on the river. And obviously, you're not going to see any more of that from here on out. if you guys want to see that kind of stuff, let me know. I'll try to make it back out there and get on some fish, chase some more of those guys. Obviously, if you guys are not new here, you've been around in my fish cave here. That's a new addition. It's actually a PB from a couple years ago, but we'll get into that a different day. I actually have some ideas, so stay tuned for those. Make sure you subscribe. You'll want to stick around. I actually have a kind of a theme thing I got going in my head, and hopefully you guys enjoy it too. But a big thing was me and my buddy went to the Rock River to go jigging for some walleye, and I got 2 bites, lost 2 minnows, and I had a stinger hook on, which you guys see there. It just wasn't connecting, and he got 1 bite that he knew about, that he was positive, and you know, we were there for about 4 hours. So I asked him, I said, do you want to just go somewhere where we can catch a couple hundred fish? And it was really cold out. It dropped in temperatures. It snowed like a couple days before. I thought all the shallows would have been just junk. But, you know, I had my fingers crossed, and in my head I was like, well, it was only cold the 1 day, so the shallows should still be warm. And I wasn't wrong, so that's what you're going to see next.
Right here on 16. Yeah, tie it once up top. Nope, pull that tight, and then tie it down low once. I guess the first one I missed, you did the same thing. Oh, yeah, I saw the loop in my line, and I knew I had to get it out of there in order to get the hooks. I was like, there's no reeling this up. He's going to have it swallowed by then. Sometimes you'll find them running at like a certain depth, just the bigger sizes. Yeah, you're getting the bigger sizes. They love those minnows. You got 100 to go. Yeah, before you get another good crappie. You scared the fish into bite my stuff. You nibble in it and that hit the water, it went under. That one was only like, my bobber moved, it's only like a foot down. 1.5 foot down. A little bigger. Wonder if they're just running that edge over there. I think they're finally eating just the plastic on here. I haven't put a bait on it in a while. Yep. So I'm gonna try my plastic then. There's something about catching 100 fish in a row that I'll never get sick of doing. Oh yeah. Like, I love catching my big walleye and my big other ones, but like the minute I hook into 50 fish in 20 minutes, I'm doing good. We're here. They're still here. I told them plastics. Nobody wants to listen to me.
You're not even using the bobber?
Oh, just reel it in. That's one. See if there's any bigger ones. A little bigger. That's what I kept last time. 10s. Very tempting. What's that? Is that a bass? No, just a good gill. There you go. Big old ear tab on him. That's probably an actual like 7.5, 8. Now tell me that's not cool. I'm over here casting for crappies and you're over there sticking gills left and right that are decent. I saw that one. Look at that. I literally jigged him up next to the boat. He was following it, and I went like this, and he was like, "Rah!" He just couldn't leave it alone. Yeah, see, I could keep a dozen of these guys, and that would be good to go. They're so easy to clean too. That's 3. Yeah, well, with the size of those ones, you might actually pick up a bigger one. Nice new one. Rambunctious little dude. I mean, that was like 3 feet from your bobber, but it was close. One of the first and only ways I used to fish for them forever. I didn't realize you could cast a bobber out and just sit there and catch them. It's cool when you see them come up for it. So like that one literally was only like 2 feet under, well, a foot underneath the surface of the water when he actually hit it. You're getting bigger. See, that's a keeper. Double. Mine's gonna be bigger.
Can I try that pole?
It's not the pole, it's the bait. I told you, I got enough of these. You want to try one on there and see if they'll just hit it if you're dragging it along?
Yeah, like
that was a big crappie. That sounded like a good one. Did you tighten the drag?
Yeah, tighten it down.
Oh, that's why. Look at this guy. Going nuts. Yeah, it's a decent seed. I like the colors on these guys. Like, as soon as you pump it, they usually smack it on the drop. Easy peasy. Don't overthink it. Don't work so hard.
Huh?
Don't work so hard.
I'm not.
You're overthinking something because this is what I just did. And I stopped and I went like this. I just kind of lifted it like 2 inches and then I just started reeling again. Because the key is did you see where you did it?
Yeah.
So like if you reel up the slack as you're going back down with your rod, there's no slack for them to like hit and you miss them. That's the hardest part about fishing these things is like you can do this and then you'll get a bite, but you're not going to feel the bite. I wanted to see if you could just like dummy it and it happened to go right in the same direction you went. I literally was, Jimmy, just keep your rod tip up and just reel at a certain like pick a speed, reel up that, and then cast out again, and then switch it, and like just figure out your speed to keep it at that like 2 feet below the water. Okay, yeah, they must have shifted. They must have shifted. They were here a little bit ago. They kind of went away. So they must.
They're only taking it, floating it down.
Yeah.
If I go behind the boat, I can't get any crappie. It's got to be floating down.
Right.
And I took the wax worms off and stopped getting so many. I got small gills,
Right. Right.
and I got bigger gills through there.
Right. That looks better. What is that? Another crappie? Yeah, you need about 2 more feet of line out and you can just tip your rod up. What? Oh, like up?
Yeah, like right below the surface.
Well, that's how you get these guys. Like, they'll come right up underneath it, and if you just pause for a second, they slurp it real quick. Look how light this thing is. It's like white. It's a black crappie and he's white. Alright, catch some more fish. I was gonna say, how far down are you casting? You're casting pretty far down there. That's a lot better than the other ones were. Gee, what is that? Yeah, there's one. There you go. Oh, crappie day. See, isn't it so much better than not catching fish? He chased it down. I got him doing circles next to the boat for this thing. He's like, I'm not letting it go. He went that way and then circled out, and then I pulled it this way and he came circling back. No, it's about the same size, that 9. Like I said, like there's an endless supply of these. All you gotta do is cast and reel. Cast and reel. Geel, little guy. Wearing out this plastic finally. Apparently the school's moved up here. You see what I mean? Like, I think he pushed them down to us, and then he when he went by down there, the ones that are down there are coming up here now. How many fish was that on there? 30 fish per plastic or bait. Ooh. Oh, I missed that. I want my guaranteed fish. Oh, there's a big one. I think it's the first, like, thick one I've gotten all day. I'm still kind of amazed at what a chunk of night crawlers do. Control your fish, Jimmy. Ooh, is that a crappie? Okay, I thought that was a gill. I was like, that's a big gill. It's a decent crappie too, actually. You're gonna have like the weirdest pain from setting the hook so much. Just sitting there in the morning, why does that hurt? Yeah. I will never go hungry. Another decent one. It's a male. Oh, that's the same northern pike that probably took my before. Come here. I'm getting that back. Huh? I'm getting that back. Let go.
Alright guys, so that's going to be the video today. Obviously we started out doing one thing. I drove forever. We went to the Rock River. I picked up a bunch of bait. We didn't get any fish on the river. But there's something to be said about being able to go somewhere and catch a couple hundred fish. And I'm not exaggerating. My buddy was doing these little self-challenges. I don't know if I actually got a good enough interpretation of it because he was talking a lot about it, but it was really hard to pick him up with all that wind. He basically would put like a little tiny chunk of nightcrawler on his hook, and he'd catch like 40 or 50 bluegills before he had to put a new one on. And that was entertaining in itself. And then I checked by doing some of my casting, like I had done in the previous videos. You guys can go check those out. I'll put those up here if you want to see them. Where I was casting for crappie, and those guys were still there. And that means the water was still warm enough, which was insane because we just got all that snow a little while ago. So it's all, you know, just a tip to you guys that, you know, are still here. If you guys think the water is too cold, go check anyways. Because I was just like thinking maybe we'll get lucky, but after a couple hundred panfish later, and you know, I got a good number of crappies. He got a ton of bluegills. It was an insane day. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But obviously, if you're not new here, you know what's up. But if you're new here, please just remember to